it is finally warm enough outside that I can do some tea tasting in the garden. This is just fabulous. So enjoy the sunshine. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Got my water warming up. And you can watch my garden videos. But this is my view. And I'm going to be tasting this Diversitea. It is from Elmwood in Fine Teas, and I'm excited about it. It's a rather large package, but it's a flavored tea, but not really, because there's no artificial flavorings, no natural flavorings. It's all just a mixture of various kinds of tea and tea ingredients. So we have jasmine green tea, jasmine blossoms, gunpowder green, Seichung oolong tea, sencha chunmi green tea, Maofeng green tea, mango flakes, lychee tea, bao mudan, white tea, goji, safflowers, and rose petals. So I'm excited to see what this tea looks like. I already opened it, got a sniff. It's got a unique smell to it. We have best used by February 28th of 23. I'll use it way before then. And this says steep 1 teaspoon per 8-ounce cup for 3 to 5 minutes at 180 degrees Fahrenheit. So it does have a little bit lower temperature, probably because most of this is green tea. And I'm excited because I've tried a lot of these teas, and actually, you know, I study a lot before I do my tea tasting videos, and this time I'm just gonna enjoy the tea and the mixture. So there was a big chunk of mango in there, but here's what the rest of the tea looks like. Isn't it lovely? I love to pick out the pieces, so I'm going to pick out some pieces and see what I can identify. So I'm doing well picking out and separating ingredients, but not necessarily identifying them. These 3 here are sticks, though, and those 3 there are safflowers. The orange ones are safflowers. These here are some nice flat long green type of tea. I'm not sure, I'm not going to guess which tea that is, but I've had this kind of tea before. I don't know if the light colored ones are the jasmine blossoms. It could be. Look here, this is interesting. I got a piece of cardboard or packaging, I guess you could say. Okay, but that's harmless. But you can see up here are some like rolled oolongs. I'm going to guess those are oolongs. And here are some nice flat leaf green teas. This was kind of interesting. I have these little mounds of compacted balls, and I thought that this tea had no artificial flavoring in it, and usually that's what happens when the natural or the artificial flavoring is added, and then the flavored tea gets kind of mixed together in a clump. So I'm not quite sure what to think of that, unless the lychee tea or one of the teas on here has that flavoring in it already. Here's a couple really light ones that I found. So you see there's a wide mixture in here, I could keep picking them out and trying to sort them out, but I'm anxious to taste it. I pulled some more out to top off my butter dish for a picture, and I found a rose petal, and that is on the ingredients as well. Goji is on the ingredients. I'm not sure if I see that, but here is the first steep, so you can see the color. I don't know which way we gotta go. Maybe into the garden. Here's the color and the clarity of the tea. It's got a lot of stuff in the tea, which is normal for flavoring. Pouring left-handed again, which is not my normal way. Look how yellow it is. It smells great. Wet for you to view. I just could not resist. I had to dump this tea out on my big serving tray to inspect it. Isn't that fun? I know, I'm crazy. There was these big pieces up here, but you can see what things are in here. Like right there is a rose petal, but there's not a whole lot of them. Lots of little orange pieces. Is that not too fun? I feel like I could play with it and make shapes. Like, there's my 30-second attempt at a heart. There you go. I shook it. I feel like I'm shaking one of those things, I don't remember what they're called, where you doodle on them when I was a kid. So I shook it and I wrote the word tea in it. Okay, I am having a little too much fun. Here are my tasting notes for this Diversitea from Elmwood in Fine Teas in Danville, Kentucky. I guess I should put that in here. May 22nd, 2021 was when I tasted it. For tea type, I put flavored. Although based on the ingredients, it is more of a blended tea, so I probably should get that graphic made. The more I play with my graphics, the more I see things that I need to tweak in it. So I do need one that says blended tea, because this tea is just a mix of ingredients. It doesn't really have flavor in it. So I love that. That is my goal. That's what I'm trying to find in the world that I like a lot. Origin, of course, there's so many teas in this one that I could say it's mostly China, but I'm not going to take time to figure all that out. Processing again, it's mostly green teas, so it's mostly, processed like green teas. And then the ingredients are all blended together. I can imagine them being put in a big bowl or some sort of large container and tossed all about to blend together. This is from the website. And the ingredients are jasmine gunpowder, sencha, chunmi, mao fang green tea, sei chung oolong tea, lychee tea, pai mutan white tea, jasmine blossoms, mango flakes, goji berries, safflowers, and rose petals. And you see no flavoring listed on that. So that's what attracted me to wanting to get this tea. So he says in 2018, a colorful mural adorned the side of their headquarters of this Elmwood in Fine Teas. They had this designer, this artist, D. Craig, a world-class mural artist from Belfast, Ireland, paint it, and he painted it onto a canvas that was then put onto the building. And the scene depicts a diverse group of tea drinkers gathered around a table conversing over our favorite tea. After all, tea is a universal cup of humanity which brings millions of people together every day. I absolutely love that. That's like the best part of this tea because that does describe tea as I uh, get into the social world online with tea. It does bring people together uh, universally across the world, which is pretty amazing. But tea has always brought people together. I mean, there's always been tea at family gatherings when I'm growing up, and it doesn't matter. I just love the concept of a diverse group of people. So here is the mural, and I found it on Flickr. And here's who to credit. Is Anthony for taking this picture. Um, and I don't know what kind of style you call this, but as you know, looking at the artistic value of it, it's just got white and black and orange. There's gray. So there's like four colors in here to make it look almost like a picture. I mean, very, very talented artist. I wish I need to look up what kind of style of art this is. It almost reminds me of like negative in the old film cameras, if you looked at the negative and just put some orange coloring in it. So that's kind of cool. And I do like the diversity in the various people, and I love how happy they look. So I love that, but I put brown on the tea spectrum for the color. The aroma, honestly, I really hate saying this, but I am honest. To me, it smells like a flavoring of mango. Like I have had other flavored teas that have artificial or natural flavoring in them, and it smells like those that I don't like. Um, and even though it lists no flavoring on the package, I have to be honest, that's what it seems like is in there to me. That's what it immediately smells like. Um, it is some sort of fruit, and the only other fruit listed on the ingredients is goji berries, and I wasn't able to pick them out. I couldn't find them when I spread out the tea. Goji is red, and the only reddish, orangish that I see were the little safflowers, which I love seeing the safflowers in it. Body I put as medium. Astringency, I couldn't determine the astringency. I tried. Um, it's not smooth. I narrowed that out. Um, it's not really bright and light. It it's somewhere between that and the next category up is lively and brisk. I mean, to me, it tastes lively, but that doesn't really describe the astringency either. Um, It's so tart on the sides of my tongue, and that's the same place where I look for astringency. So astringency is the drying effect, but I'm so focused on how tart it is that I can't get my brain to focus on astringency. So it tastes the same as it smells, like flavoring that's not on the ingredient list. It's quite sour and tart. After several steeps, though, I mean several, I don't know how many, 5 maybe, it does get less tart, and I do taste more of the green tea taste. And I prefer the tea at this stage of the steeping session. So I am going to make some iced tea with it and add sugar to it. I think it might be a pleasant tea that way. Usually the flavored teas that I get, that's what I have to do with them, add sugar, and I'm trying to be more healthy and eat less sugar. And so, sure, I'm not going to die eating it that way. It just does not meet my goals. And I'm going to also try it as a cold brew. I think this might be the best way to drink it, honestly. Uh, I'm thinking that might be the best because then maybe the tart won't be as strong and it'll give it time to allow that green tea taste to come out a little more and not have that overpowering tart taste. Um, Finish is the same as the smell and the taste lingers. Um, I do say it's the same, I always say a quality tea tastes smells the same as it tastes as the finish, and that does carry through. I only gave it 2 hearts on my list. 3 hearts is I liked it and I didn't really like it. It wasn't difficult to swallow though, as this 2 heart implies, but it was just okay. So I guess 2.5 hearts maybe. I really had high hopes for this tea because of the ingredient list. But if you like flavored teas, then you might really like this one. You might really like it. But my personal taste preference is for leaves and ingredients only, and I'm going to continue searching for that perfect blend.